Cinderella, Snow White, and the Little Mermaid. What do all these fictional females have in common? Typically, we think it's about a man and being kept from them, and then the man has to come and save the day. And there's been a lot of stigma that this creates a needy mindset in women. But that's not true. What women are really saying when they fall in love with these characters who go from rags to riches, the attraction is that these women are strong and they're overcomers. Everything comes at them to keep them down and from getting their dreams fulfilled. But they rise up, they push through, and they overcome, and they get what they really want. Today, you're going to learn how to tap into your inner princess and get everything you desire. Hello, friends, and welcome back. And if it's your first time here, my name's Lindy. I help women see their potential, change their mindset, and grow fulfilling lives. If that's something you're ready to do, then subscribe and stick around. All right, ladies, it's time to be Cinderella. It's time to be Snow White. And this is how you got to do it. If you want to end up in a happy and fulfilling relationship, ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. What does a happy and fulfilling relationship look like to you? For me, I knew I wanted somebody who was a teammate. I didn't want somebody to take care of me and be my boss. I wanted somebody who would see the good in me and I would see the good in them, and we would encourage each other and help each other and do life together as a team. That was really important to me. So take some time, think about it. What is so unsatisfying about the relationships you keep finding yourself in? What do you want? What do you want your relationship to look like? And write it down in detail. Number 2, ask yourself this question. What am I believing about myself that keeps landing me in the same kind of relationships? For me, I had to really get honest with myself. I was attracting someone who would dominate me, tell me what to do, and not really treat me great because I believed I needed someone to think for me. I wasn't very smart and I needed to be taken care of. Of course I'm going to end up with someone like that. And it's not that person's fault. It's what I was begging for without realizing it. And number 3, ask yourself this. What has to change in my beliefs to attract the kind of relationship I described in question number 1? For me, I had to change who I thought I was. I had to realize I'm really smart. I can take care of myself, and I have a lot to give to someone else. And then I stopped looking for a man and just started building up my self-confidence and really learning to love myself. I got myself back in shape. I got myself socializing and feeling strong and confident. And then at the right time, that person just came along. Think about it like this. If you want a certain kind of relationship, let's say you want an equally team building, you work together, your mate is a hard worker and you're a hard worker and you take care of each other and you can trust each other and you think well of each other and you talk well about each other. You're happy to see each other and they're your favorite person to spend time with. Think about that person. The kind of person that you would be describing in that situation, would they be interested and attracted to a certain kind of woman? They probably would be interested and attracted to a woman who is strong, confident, successful, capable of taking care of herself. If they're a strong, confident, kind, loving, team-building man, they're not going to be attracted to an insecure, weak, needy woman. So if you want a certain kind of relationship, think about the person you need to become that other person is interested in spending time with. A gentleman described the kind of woman he wanted, and he wrote down the list of all of the qualities he would want to see in her. And when he was done with that list, when he looked at it and he realized, wow, she's a pretty amazing woman. Why would she want me? And that's what you have to ask yourself is, am I the person that my dream person would want to hang out with? And it isn't about being a people pleaser. It's about really loving yourself and being free to be who you really are created to be. And trust that the right person is going to come along and you'll complete each other in a way that makes both your lives better. And a good indicator if the person you're kind of checking out isn't for you is if you have dreams and desires, and instead of encouraging them, they create obstacles and make it hard for you to go after them. That's a red flag, and we should avoid those relationships. Basically, focus on you, focus on being the most amazing you that you can be, and when the time is right, that relationship, it'll come along. You won't have to strive for it. You won't have to cry about it because you'll be pretty darn happy with yourself and not need it. And that's when you're ready for a really good one. So write down these 3 questions. What does a satisfying, happy, fulfilling relationship look like to me? What have I been believing about myself that's been landing me in these unsatisfying, unfulfilling, and even hurtful relationships? And lastly, what has to change in my beliefs to attract the person I really want to spend my life with? And then get to work on yourself. If it helps, some of my favorite books that really helped me change what was going on inside, I just happen to have a few right here. Keep Your Love On by Danny Silk was a fabulous book. It helped me realize I was expecting things from a mate that it was impossible for them to deliver. And it didn't only help me with relationships with an intimate partner, but it helped me with friendships. Great book. Keeping Your Love On by Danny Silk. Oh, look at this. This is a book by me, Lindy Tedesco. These are on Amazon. These are just thoughts I had. I wrote them down. I have a few different ones, and I think they're pretty good. But this one was like saved my life. This is Pep Talk by Terry Saville Foy. It has a lot of great confessions, a lot of great understanding of why it's important to change what you're thinking and change what you're speaking and just really kind of pound that out. And it was a perfect starter up book to get my feet moving to climb up out of this really sad pit I had found myself in. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, and I look forward to seeing you again next week as we keep seeing, changing, and growing together.